going fast.
Hello, what's going on? It's me, Craigie P, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see over my right shoulder, this is my Polo 6N2, and we're going to do a part 2 walk around and show you the rest of the car. And if you haven't seen part 1, please click the banner in the link above, and that will get you caught up on the Polo build. So let's go. So to start this video off, we're going to talk about the wheels and the brakes on the front, so enjoy. So we decided to go for a VW standard Montreal 16 inch 5x100 alloy wheel, and they're wrapped in Toyo Pro X's T1Rs. And on the front we've gone for Tarek 6-pot calipers. I'm not sure if my pronunciations are correct, but you know what I meant. And 280mm discs. These brakes weren't a cheap upgrade. Also, I'm not sure if you can see in there, but because the Montreals didn't clear the caliper, we had to run a little spacer. I think it's only about 3 or 4 mil, so not too drastic, just to get the clearance. So to match up with the 5 studs on the rear, we changed the Polo hubs. Ronnie from Garage78 supplied these, and I'll put a link in the description because he does so many options for a Polo 6N2, and some of his work's amazing, so check him out. We are now going to take a look on the inside of the Polo. Where do we start? There's so much in this interior to talk about, so I think we'll start with the roll cage. I just want to jump in here for a minute and say thank you for watching up till now. This is an epic build, so I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. If you haven't already, please click this subscribe button at the bottom of this video and give us the thumbs up, because honestly I can't do it without you. This beautiful spiderweb or purple illusion tubing is my roll cage, and hasn't Bradley surpassed himself? This thing is absolutely stunning. For someone that don't make roll cages often, he has knocked it out of the park with this one. Also, them crosses are absolutely perfect, and a couple of welded in gussets finish it off beautifully. So this cage is fixed at 6 points to the body. On the rear strut towers, both sides. Plenty of rigidity for this body, especially when you jack up one corner of this vehicle and the 3 other corners lift all at the same time. Where would you like to go next? How about fueling? So nestled in this spiderweb roll cage is my Pro Alloy fuel cell. I think to my memory this is about 42 litres, so plenty enough fuel to take me around the country. Also, Bradley has custom made this filler pipe, and don't she look stunning? I can't wait to get them funny looks at the petrol garage when I'm in the boot filling up my car with fuel, because as you can see, it's just a big hole. So we've gone for the Facet Gold Flow lift pump. Basically, this is just to fill the Forge Motorsport swell pot, because this engine's going to be hungry, and at full throttle we don't want this thing to starve. So in this little box of magic is my fuel pump relays. As you can see in the video shortly, this is what it looks like inside. And these run down to two 044 high pressure fuel pumps. Also, we've gone for a yellow top Optima battery housed in this beautiful billet battery housing. Last to the rear but not least, Track Door Cards have custom made these rear quarter covers, but they just don't do rears, they also do fronts. So, as no one made Polo 6N2 door cards, I had to take the long journey all the way down to Bristol with my doors and have this custom door card designed and made by Track Door Cards, and they've come out amazing. I'll put the link in the description below, but now you can have these off the shelf with loads of different options and loads of different colours. So send Simon a message and I'm sure he'll help you out. So let me show you around the cockpit where the pilot sits.
Why you fucking coming fast?
Bloody wasps. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're from a Honda S2000, but these are the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. And for my fat bum, they fit really well. So above everything else, safety comes first, because I don't want to be catapulted through that windshield doing 100 miles an hour when I hit a wall. So we've gone for these 4-point harnesses from Sparco, which will hopefully keep me in this seat. So these are fixed on the rear crossbar of the roll cage. Also down here, fixed to the chassis, them eyelet mounting points. As we have no carpet in this car, the floor sat a little low, so we needed mounting points for my feet to reach the pedals. So we've gone for these Motormech floor plates on both sides. Crossing over this lovely custom Ford Creation original center console. Apart from when I cut the fuel gauge out and missed a couple of times, but we can touch that in one day. This houses the Heldex controller display for easy access when I want to gapperoni some M3s. So coming up the centre, we come to this custom made one-off centre console. So this was made because I had nowhere to house gauges. So I think this is from a Seat Ibiza or Seat Arosa, one of them, and these fit perfectly with a little modification in a Polo 6N2. And these house my two gauges, all temperature and all pressure, which are perfect for a driver's view. We've gone for this Momo tiny steering wheel. I'm not sure how it's going to be because this Polo has no power steering, but we'll see. And the horn works. So coming back to this dash, this took I think about 3 dashboards to get right, but there's no dash dodging with this roll cage. So with this toggle switch, we decided to get rid of the factory oil cooler and run an external one with a set of fans, which I'll show you later. So when the oil temperature rises, we can flip a switch and maintain control. I think that's about it for the interior, but if there's something you want me to go more in depth, please let me know in the comments and I can do a little video on that. So I think it's time to pop the hood and show you this engine bay.
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood.
It's as tight as a nun's chuff. Bradley at Forward Creations managed to squeeze this thing into a Polo 6N2. So let's start this thing up and see how it sounds. Yeah, I think it needs a little bit of work. It doesn't sound too happy. I think we'll start with the thing that stands out the most, and it's this monster of an inlet manifold. This is such a rare thing. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the best manifolds for a 180 they do. I have to admit, after all the money I paid for it, seeing Bradley cut this thing to pieces and try and shorten it, I have to admit, a bit of poo came out.
On Christmas Day and I'll say howdy ho!
But it's worked out absolutely brilliant. And we didn't need to, like many out there, cut in the front slam panel. We have this big boy 80mm Hemi throttle body, which is linked to this beautiful 3-inch high cut intercooler pipe. We've also gone for the Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. This is linked to the very rare SEM Motorsports fuel rail. We're running the standard injectors, but I will be upgrading these to the 550cc ones. And then we can take it down to the tuners and get this thing running right. And then see what it does on the dyno. So over to the near side of the engine bay, we've gone for the Pro Ram cone filter linked to the oversized turbo intake pipe. At the moment the turbo on this is a KO4. We just want to get this thing running and see how it performs with the four-wheel drive, and then one day we're going for big power. Doesn't the Purple Illusion powder coating make this cam cover pop? I think it absolutely looks stunning. Also on this cam cover, Bradley has welded in 4 AM fittings so we can get this engine breathing right. There's a lot of debate on why we have so many breathers, but I just think the more the better. And I quite like the aggressive look of the engine bay with them, sort of like Predator's hair. So the engine at the moment is just a standard BAM engine. I think a BAM engine is rated to about 900 brake.
What? No way.
Because they have forged internals. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think on a BAM engine, the piston and the crankshaft is forged, but the con rods are not. But the plan is to get this engine forged when we start running big power. Speaking of forged, all the cordant lines on this engine are forged motorsport. So the mounts on this engine are made by Vibratechnics. These are fast road, not competition specs, because I didn't want to vibrate the whole body when driving this around the M25.
Slow down, everyone! Calm down! It's not a race! Stop rushing!
On the Polo 6N2s, they come with a cable controlled clutch, so we swapped the pedal box out for a Polo TDI, which they come with a hydraulic clutch, which is perfect for this gearbox. I'm not going to bore you in getting this thing back on the floor, so with a bit of magic we can do this in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. The only puddle in this whole driveway, and I decided to lay in it. As we have the luxury of a private road, let's see how this thing rolls. Alright, Hannah?
No.
What?
You're not going fast.
Yeah, I think we got a knock. So we took it out for a bit of a shakedown, and as you can see or hear, it didn't go too well. Ow, hot. So, only when the vehicle is going in motion, I get this knock, like a rotating knock. And I think, personally, it's the prop shaft hitting the top of the subframe. As you can see on the side of it, there's a few weakness marks of it rubbing, and I think that balance weight on the prop shaft is knocking on top of the subframe. As I removed everything, engine, suspension, the angle of the engine is probably a little different. So I might need to either loosen the mounts and move the engine bay forward to change the angle with the prop, or somehow space the engine or lower the subframe a little bit to compensate. We're going to end this video here. Thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, please click subscribe at the bottom of this video and give us the big thumbs up, because seeing them numbers grow every day means so much to me. So a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed already, and welcome to everyone that's subscribing now. So I'll see you on the next video. Laters. Shit.